Everyone told me to walk him more. Longer walks, busier places, more exposure. So I did. I walked him every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And still, Fitz didn't get calmer. He didn't settle, he didn't sleep, he didn't decompress. He paced, he barked, he spiraled, he spun. And I remember thinking, what else am I supposed to do? I'm doing everything they say to do. Why is this getting worse? That was the moment that I realized he didn't need more, he needed less. Welcome to Straight Up Dog Talk, the podcast where no topic is off limits and no pet parent is left to feel alone. I'm Em, dog trainer, canine nutritionist, and retired vet tech. I'm here to talk about the real stuff, the guilt, the grief, the breakthroughs, and everything in between. Whether you're deep in the trenches or just starting your journey, this is a safe space for big feeling dogs and the people who love them. Let's get into it. So many of us are told that a tired dog is a good dog, that more exercise, more walks, more exposure is the answer to everything. And that messaging is so loud that we stop listening to the one voice that actually matters, our dogs. I want to talk about this because I know what it feels like to be following the right advice and still feel like you're drowning. Still having a dog who can't settle. Still feeling like you must be doing something wrong. This episode is for you if you've ever thought, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, so why is my dog still struggling? By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with a clearer understanding of how overstimulation can look like bad behavior, the signs your dog may be dysregulated, not defiant, what I did when walks stopped helping Fitz and what worked better, permission to stop doing what isn't working and start doing what feels right for you and your dog. Let me take you back to when I was in the thick of it with Fitz. He was still young, full of energy, and reactive to everything: dogs, people, bikes, sounds, cars, squirrels, ant farting, you name it. Everyone said, you've got to get him out, socialize him, burn off that energy. And I believed them. I was already doing long walks, but I doubled down. I tried different routes, added training drills during walks, avoided known triggers. It was exhausting for both of us. And here's the kicker: even after an hour-long training walk, he'd come home more wired than when we left. He would stare at the apartment door and pace in front of the door and up and down the apartment hallway, panting even after water and downtime. And his eyes, they looked wild. I don't say that lightly. I've worked with a lot of animals over 30 years, and I know what panic looks like. This wasn't a dog who needed more. This was a dog who had no idea how to turn his off switch on and rest, who never felt safe enough to stop scanning, who didn't have the capacity to regulate on his own. And the heartbreaking part is that I didn't realize it for a long time because no one ever told me that too much exposure, too much stimulation, and too much activity can actually make reactivity worse. So, you're probably wondering, what did you do? Well, first of all, we stopped walking. Not forever, but for long enough to breathe and get back on kilter. And I want to say something really, really clearly here because I know this part can feel scary. It's okay to stop doing what everyone else says you should do if it's not helping your dog. Instead of walks, we focused on creating peaceful, structured, and an enriching environment at home. Here's what that looked like for us. First, predictable routines, meals at the same time, doors closed when we needed a break or to condense the space that we were allowed to be in, scent games, tossing treats around the room, hiding food in boxes, letting him sniff for 10 minutes in the yard, window blocking. Window film changed everything. The moment he stopped being visually flooded, his nervous system had a chance to recover. Trash enrichment, ripping up boxes, pawing through paper towel tubes, stuff that gave him an outlet without requiring him to go outside. Quiet co regulation, just sitting with him, breathing with him, snuggling up with cuddles and pets. No expectations. Within 2 weeks, I saw a totally different dog. He wasn't fixed, but he was finally resting. And resting is where regulation begins. We started to see real progress because we removed the pressure on both of us. And later on, when we did reintroduce walks, we did it intentionally. Not every day, not for miles, just little low pressure moments that fit his window of tolerance. And we worked up to that level of tolerance. And now Fitz actually enjoys being outside because he knows he has a choice and he knows he will be heard. I want you to know that you're not alone in this. So many people are out here chasing more, more, more because that's what they've been told to do. That's what they've been told is right. That's what they've been told will help their dog. But your dog might not need more exposure, they might need relief. And if that's where you are right now, this isn't a failure, it's a turning point. If you're looking for ways to support your dog without walks, I've got a free enrichment guide that's saved on my Instagram and on my website. It's under free resources on Instagram and it's on our nutrition and enrichment page on our website. It's full of no walk, low pressure activities that you can do today, ones that will actually help your dog regulate instead of ramping up. If this episode resonated, I'd love to hear from you. Send me a DM, send me an email at straightupdogtalk@gmail.com, or share this episode with a friend. Leave us a review on your favorite platform. We're building a community of pet parents who trust their instincts and love their dogs enough to do things differently. I'll see you next time on Straight Up Dog Talk.